Acting is about wanting, wishing, needing something desperately. If you win, and if you lose, you win. Because you get something both ways. But you fight to the death to get what you want.
From working with Suzanne before, I sort of know that she's kind of like your favorite aunt coming over for Christmas, and you know she's going to bring you a gift, and you don't know what it is, but whatever it's going to be your favorite. It's going to be the best one.
So my expectations for this week are to get through Chekhov with Suzanne.
She can take a scene apart like nobody's business. And I just love to sit there and listen and watch and learn.
You know, some people think when they're acting it's an intermission from their life. It's not an intermission. It is your life. It's more of your life than daily life.
I would say my expectation was to get back in touch with why I became an actor, to fall in love with acting again.
I love it up here. I think it's spectacular, and the buildings are kind of spooky.
I ended up playing hooky for my second week of college in order to be here, which I was really happy that I was able to do.
I'm here for the adventure. See what happens.
I just want to enjoy it completely. You know, I want to be here and experience it and know what I've got.
The first thing I want to say is welcome. I always tell actors that there is a vast difference between logic and truth. As an actor, you only deal with emotional truth. There is no logic to it. One of the slogans of my teaching is don't do anything that people don't do. You might think that's limiting. You might think that causes you to be prosaic and ordinary. No. You do what your circumstances dictate that you do. There's nothing ordinary about what you do under certain circumstances.
She gets to what matters. She gets to the truth.
I'm going to ask you 1,000 times, what are you doing? Who are you? What do you wish for? What will happen if you fail? What will happen if you succeed? And your answers must give you, as Hamlet said, the motive and cue for passion.
Pen pals! We'll study them, and you can make your pick. And I can say what I like.
Hey, what do you know? Pen pals.
If I live to be as old as Sibylla, I will die as chaste as Diana, unless I be obtained in the manner of my father's will. Oh!
I'm Jewish.
Oh!
It just came over me.
Oh! Now I get it!
So, now we're your friends, aren't we?
Friends. Yes.
On this book. On my mother's grave.
Shut up!
He said that when they parted, she threatened to shoot him with a pistol.
Nonsense.
You think I would carry on my back the rest of my life a woman I did not love just to be an American? You think it is so wonderful? You think we do not have tall buildings in Italy? Electric light, no wide streets?
I'm trying to get them, my actors, to be their own teachers. I'm trying to get them to be independent. That's why you see so much directing in what I do. These are not beginner actors that we have here. We've been blessed with trained actors. And so I'm not teaching A, B, C, D, you know, the 5 positions of ballet or anything. I'm teaching what comes after it, how to be a professional, competent, independent, powerful actor.
I heard them talking about me, and a woman said, she is such a dear, noble girl, so good and generous. But what a pity she is so plain, so plain. So ugly.
Now, what seems to be your problem, Sonia? You have a problem?
Yeah.
What is it?
I want a mom. I need a...
No, if you were to sit on Santa's lap and he said, little girl, what do you want more than anything in the world? What do you wish for? What would it be?
The doctor.
That you would be beautiful. If
Oh,
you were
okay.
beautiful, you could have him.
Right, that's true, yeah.
Your problem is from the neck up.
Yeah.
And your body's not so hot either.
Right.
I studied with the Moscow Art Theater, but with Suzanne, it's a different story. So she's always like, if anyone was gonna bring Chekhov into my class, wouldn't it be you? And I'm like, well, I know how you feel about it. I kind of am not ready to go there, but she threw me into it, so I feel really good about it.
Okay, keep saying so plain over and over until it comes out in behavior.
She is a dear, noble girl. So good and generous. But what a pity she is so plain.
Keep saying so.
So plain.
Go on, more.
So plain. So plain. So plain.
How do you feel about being so plain? And it's not your fault.
Angry.
Okay, take it out on the table. When you're ready.
So plain. So plain. So plain. So ugly.
A play is nothing but an outline. And how you fill in what's the behavior is the story. Otherwise, just read the play. The behavior that is not in the play, and sure is not in the stage directions, is more important than the words, I think.
As I came out of church last Sunday, I heard them talking about me. And a woman said, she is a dear, noble girl, so good and generous. But what a pity she is so plain. So plain. So plain. So ugly.
You know, the emotional preparation stuff is very healthy. It's not like in the Strasbergs, you know, where you kind of remember the day your grandmother died. Well, you don't feel the same way now as when my grandmother died when I was 7. You know, I'm adjusted to it. I got her picture and that's it. I got over it. Oh, if the windows, the curtains are blowing, if you feel a lemon that's not there, I don't go along with that. See, I don't go along with any complication. I believe that telling the truth is simpler than that.
I want you to be my wife. And I want to be a citizen. Tell him that, or I will, yes. And tell him also, please, and tell yourself as well, that I am not a beggar, and you are not a horse, or a gift, a favor for a poor immigrant.
I usually do more comedic sorts of things, so I'm expecting to get a bit of a workout from Suzanne, who's great at not taking any BS from actors without making anyone feel bad about themselves. So a challenge, definitely.
It's an amazing scene, and she described it as a Greek tragedy when I was asking her about the play. And I read it and I was like, oh yeah, that's what it is.
You put your last nickel down. You're not that great with language, so you do it with an image, the bird, right? You stake your life on that image. Okay, now I'd like you both to stand up and you do it. Or you don't need to go backwards, just do the bird. Okay.
Katerina, if I have in my hand a little bird.
If I take in my hand.
If I take in my hand a little bird.
Where's the little bird? Okay, your hand is going to be a little bird.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Katerina, if I take in my hand a little bird.
Okay, now, there, a little bird, little hand, and it flutters. It's a live bird.
Okay.
Living bird.
If I take in my hand a little bird, and it grows and wishes to fly, but I will not let it go because...
Okay, now hold it, hold on to that. Take your hand and hold on to it so tight that your hand could never move.
And it wishes to fly, but I will not let it go because I love it so much. Is that right for me to do? I do not mean that you must hate him.
Go on.
But anyway, you must go, mustn't you?
You must let it go. Well, let it go. Okay? But let it go in such a way that she looks up.
Okay.
Because she's got to get this image. This could save your life. This is the first half of your last chance, honey.
Okay.
You've got to do everything in your power. The bird is living, a living bird, then it gets bigger. You know, put your money where your mouth is.
Okay.
And then make it so tight that it hurts. Make it hurt.
Okay.
Don't worry about hurting her. And then let it go. I'm grief-stricken. My husband just died. Now, that's not a description. That's an emotional state. And if you take that emotional state and do as Sandy Meisner advised and start fantasizing, I don't have to fantasize because it really happened. But most times you do have to fantasize. And then you start fantasizing. That emotional state goes on a trip, connects with you, becomes infectious, and it fills you up with a certain emotional life.
If I take in my hand a little bird, and she grows and wishes to fly, but I will not let her because I love her so much. Is that right for me to do? I do not say that you must hate him, but anyway, you must go. Mustn't you?
Hold me.
Acting is not pretending. Acting is believing. And it's believing that what you do will change your life or the life of the character.
I think that she's there to help us as actors. She's there to help us and not hinder us in any sort of way.
So we got to actually work through the script together, moment by moment by moment by moment.
Everything that I've seen her do so far is so useful. It's not theoretical. It's something you can do. It's very useful. And that's what actors need.
I've experienced an incredible transformation since my studying with her.
It's just been exactly what I wanted it to be, and I'm really happy to be here.
She can bring the gift of fire.
There is one truly winged aspect of our natures that allows us to escape the confines and limits of our own personal experience and penetrate others that we never have. And that is the human imagination. My own interpretation of the Prometheus legend is that imagination is the real fire he stole for us from the gods.